Hello and welcome to another vlog on the channel, and today we are back at Drayton Manor. Yes, we're here for a day visit to Drayton Manor during the month of October. Literally just sort of a week before they start their Halloween event, which starts on the 25th of October and goes on until the 2nd of November. Now before I start the vlog, I just want to say thank you all so much for getting me to 900 subscribers. That's an absolutely incredible achievement to reach, especially considering only like 600 something subscribers at the start of the year, and now back up to 900. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so got a month and a half to get 100 new subscribers. But yeah, I believe we can do it, guys. I believe we can do it. Thank you all so much anyway for getting me to 900. That is an absolutely amazing achievement for me. And yes, that's absolutely incredible. So now, for the first round of the day, because the park just opened, I'm going to go off for a ride on Maelstrom, which is the best ride at Drayton Manor in my opinion. So I'll see you when I come off of this. So I've just ridden Maelstrom as well, and it's a good thing I managed to get on van on that too, because it does appear, as I was filming it, does appear to have closed, because they were getting pretty much everyone who was on the ride off the ride and out towards the exit, which I find strange. I don't know if something's happened with like the ride or what, but I don't know, we'll probably find out later. But yeah, it has started to rain. I don't know if you can see it well on the camera, but it has started to rain, and the weather forecast for today isn't great. Yeah. So I've decided I'm going to go towards the haunting, which is all indoors, and I'll wait in there, probably get on that, because I haven't been on that in a while actually. I've not been on there since May, which is when I first visited the park. So it'll be good to get back on the haunting, and I'll see you when I get there, if it's open that is. But I'll see you when I get there. So it's taken me literally right up until getting to the entrance for the haunting. The ride doesn't actually open until 12 o'clock, which, yes. So basically the ride's not open for another hour yet, but thankfully the rain does seem to have slowed down just a bit, but I will still keep an eye on the weather, because like I said earlier, the weather forecast for today is meant to be atrocious. Hopefully it won't be as bad as they're saying it will be, but you know, I'll keep an eye on it. Until then, I may as well go for a ride on Gold Rush. Absolutely incredible it's-been family coaster here at Drayton Manor. So I've just ridden Gold Rush and Accelerator back to back, and yeah, those were fantastic rides. Both coasters have like sort of backwards features to them, but there's obviously two big differences. Gold Rush is still a full circuit layout, but it uses switch tracks to incorporate the backwards section for the ride. And Accelerator is purely a shuttle coaster, with it being a Vekoma family boomerang coaster. But yeah, they're both excellent rides. I prefer Gold Rush, but I do. Accelerator is obviously a really good ride as well, but I just wish they'd make it fit more within the Frontier Falls area, if that makes any sense. Yes, but I'm walking into Vikings now. I'm gonna try and get on low key, because that is open today. I can see it operating right now, and I've not been able to get on it like the previous two times I came to Drayton Manor, so hopefully today will be different. So if I get on low key, I'll see you when I come off of it. So just ridden low-key for the first time, and now, bear in mind, this is a Zamperla Nebula's attraction. It's the only one of its kind in the UK, and I've never done one of these types of rides before. That was actually a lot of fun. It was a really great, solid little flat ride. You know, it might not look like a sort of intense experience what off-ride, and it's not that intense when you're on the ride, but as you're going sort of over the actual the highest points of the ride itself, you get quite a good few pops of airtime up there, which is quite good. And also had a nice long cycle as well, so it wasn't too short, it wasn't too long either, so that was good. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully, next ride in Vikings is 4 just up here, which is the Zamperla Disco attraction, so I'll see you when I get on that. So I got a ride on 4 there, in the rain, which was a very interesting experience. But yeah, 4 is obviously, as always, a brilliant ride. You can never go wrong with a Zamperla Disco at any party you go to, whether it's Drayton Manor, Chessington, Pleasure Beach, or anywhere else. The Zamperla Disco is always an excellent attraction to get on at any park. And yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. And now it's time to get on the 3rd ride in the Vikings area, which is Jormungandr, which is the Zamperla powered coaster. So I'll see you when I get off of Jormungandr. So I've just ridden Jormungandr. That's a decent little family coaster at Drayton Manor. Like I said, I always wish they'd take it back when it was Buffalo Coaster, where it would actually do 2 laps around the ride, and make it a little bit faster in some sections, because it does feel like quite slow in some areas. But you know, other than that, it's a decent little family coaster. And yeah, now that I'm heading towards I'm back going through Frontier Falls again, because the haunting is actually open now. As advertised at 12 o'clock, I think it's like 1:15 at the moment. It's opened about an hour and a bit ago. So I'm going here now because it's still raining, so it'll be good to get out of the rain for a bit and on this brilliant Vekoma Madhouse attraction. So I've just ridden the haunting here at Drayton Manor, and it's a great little Vekoma Madhouse attraction. In fact, I don't know if it's just me, because last time I went on this ride was in May this year, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they may have added some new like effects in like the queue line. It's like after the first pre-show, there's like a new sort of jump scare effect with like new smoke effects and like sort of flashlighting. I don't know if that's like part of the Halloween overlay for this attraction or what, I don't know. But it was really good nonetheless, and I absolutely enjoyed it. So I'm just going to go for a re-ride on Gold Rush whilst I'm in Frontier Falls, so I'll see you when I've come off of that.
away from us. Thank you.
So I've just ridden Gold Rush, and even though I rode it past the 2 o'clock mark where the cycle would normally change to cycle 2, it is still running just purely on cycle 1 like it was in August. So that's a shame that they still haven't got cycle 2 back up, but it was still a good ride nonetheless. And the rain has actually gotten a bit worse, so naturally that means I'm going to go for a ride on the wave. This will be an interesting experience, riding the wave in the rain. But yeah, this is a great intimate roller coaster, and I'll see you when I've come off the wave. So I've just ridden the wave just here, and now bearing in mind when I was riding it, it was actually, the rain was coming down quite quick and heavy, so that was a very interesting experience riding the wave in the rain. But I guess that kind of makes it live up to the name, the wave, in a way. But it was a good ride. I think I'd rather ride it when it's dry weather, because with the fact that it's quite a fast ride as well, mean that the rain is coming at you quite quickly. so that does add a slight level of discomfort to the attraction. So yeah, if you're ever going to go on the wave, I'd recommend doing it when it's not raining rather than when it is raining. But other than that, we're good. And I'm now going to go on Wave Swinger, which is, I literally just looked in, I thought it would close because there was almost no one around it, but to be honest, the whole park is literally, it's very quiet today, probably because of the rain. But I've just seen Wave Swinger going around, so I'll get in the queue for it and I'll see you when I come off of it. So I've just ridden Wave Swinger, and that was actually a pretty good ride on there. Yeah, again, made slightly uncomfortable by the rain, but either way it was still a decent ride, and that actually, I think that will conclude my day here at Drayton Manor, for a few different reasons, mainly because the rain's getting worse, and I've done pretty much most of the stuff I wanted to do today. Unfortunately, there were a few rides closed throughout basically the whole day, including Air Race, the Bounty and Blasting Barrels. Not sure why those were closed, but there were mechanical reasons or because of the weather, I don't know. Storm Force 10 also closed later on in the day. Not that I'll be going on it in this weather anyway. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today here at Drayton Manor. My next vlog will be at Alton Towers for Scarefest in just a couple of days time, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed it then please make sure to like and subscribe and comment what you would like to see in the next video. Goodbye.